Hello, John.
Hello, Oliver.
We're going to talk about church collections. Church collections right throughout the country of Ireland are very much down. The church, some members of the church have suggested credit card machines that people can go in and they can give some money with their credit card and touch and swipe, all that kind of thing, you know?
Correct. And of course, that being the case, there could be an opportunity for fraud, because we do know that East European criminals are past masters at what they call skimming. And I've no doubt that they don't visit churches, but if the card machines go in there, it'll be open sesame for them to skim these machines in churches, should they take place.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to get the criminals into the church. Maybe they can be converted.
Well, I have a feeling that these ones would not be converted, because most of them probably wouldn't understand the vernacular, which is in the English language. They come from East European countries, the criminal classes, and practicing religion, or any kind of religion, it seems to be foreign to them. Robbing and stealing and other evil undertakings is part of their life.
So you're not in favour, are you, of the credit card machine system?
No. What I want to highlight is the fact that collections are down, and it was highlighted recently in the Dublin Diocese, where we have this Archbishop Diarmuid Martin in charge. This Archbishop that criticised the pro-life movement, that was the only one that mounted a campaign against the various abortion and this so-called marriage equality that this government brought in, which was for marriage between two men and two women. The pro-life particularly were instrumental in trying to mount a campaign so as abortion wouldn't be brought in to their eternal credit. Volunteers throughout the country called to most houses and were very upset and appalled that the Catholic bishops, which was their duty, was to support them, and this Archbishop of Dublin saw fit to criticise them. This is the man that is now in charge of the Diocese of Dublin, where churches were packed during Archbishop John Charles McQuaid's tenure. Churches were packed as I attended them in the like of Rathmines and Rathgar and other churches, packed, and even people, if they weren't in on time before them, if they were in even at the mass start and they weren't in before, they could be standing. So churches were packed in Dublin. Now they're not packed, they're empty. And does it not dawn on Archbishop this Archbishop Diarmuid Martin, does it not dawn on him that whatever they're doing must be wrong? He has now asked parishioners, believe it or not, because he doesn't seem to know himself, being a shepherd. He's asked parishioners to make suggestions as to what they should do. Did you ever hear anything so ridiculous in either life?
A bit lame.
Well, I mean, if he's supposed to be a shepherd and doesn't know what to do, then he should resign from that position and take early retirement and then let somebody in that knows what to do. And what to do is to make sure that the Catholic faith is taught in the old-fashioned way in schools in Dublin, both national and secondary, going back to the catechism as was taught. Then he'd have full churches and he wouldn't have this decline in collections and wanting to bring in machines for credit cards. I think it's tantamount to failure. If you were running a business the way he was running the Diocese of Dublin, you would be bankrupt. The church is nearly bankrupt now in Dublin, and they have no vocation to the priesthood. A city that has 1.5 million people, that had seminaries and supplied priests, not alone for this country, for the missions, now can't even supply 2 or 3 vocations out of that city. He'd want to wake up and do something about this lack of collections, and other churches in the country where bishops are nominally in charge, they'd want to wake up and do something to correct this and teach the Catholic faith in the schools the way it was. This is why we have young people now not attending Mass, once they've made their confirmation. It's a sad affair, and I suggest that they get off their high horses and get down and do what the lay people are trying to do.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, Albert.